Okay, I just got through doing a study regarding take no thought and for us to get the see how nature expresses it. That was how, the Most High kind of gave it to me to do the lesson. See how nature expresses us being one. We are all one. In this world, we are all one. And see how nature expresses that oneness. And that was maybe like an hour or two ago when I did the recording. I haven't yet posted it, but by the time this gets posted, the first one will be uploaded. But I was getting ready to do a personal reading for my own self, but then my spirit kind of quenched me a little bit and said, you don't do readings for yourself. You do it for the collective. So, okay, I was trying to find information or just to see what was going to be said through the cards to me personally, but here it is to the collective. We'll find out together. I kind of shuffled them already. And again, it's from the medicine cards. And I'll be reading from the book. We'll find out what message is being said to us through the cards. From the animals. I feel led to do 6 cards. And you know what's strange? I knew or felt in my spirit that 2 of these would show up, and these would to me mean take no thought. They're empty. There's nothing inside of them. You're supposed to fill them in with your own animals that reson with you. And I took that as, in my spirit, I said to myself before I even shuffled the cards and before I even, laid out the cards or anything, I said, now, if I see 2 of these, I know God is confirming, take no thought. And believe me, 2 of them turned up. So this is continuation of the message that I gave earlier today, and it's going to be it's uploading now as we speak on take no thought. They're empty. So take no thought and let God fill in the thoughts. Our thoughts are not the universe's thoughts, God's thoughts. Let God fill our minds with His thoughts, with His plans, His advice. Following our spirit is our way of letting God take our thoughts and make them into His thoughts. Not to take away our minds or anything. We are all created to be thinking agents, but the thoughts supposed to be thoughts, deity thoughts coming from the Most High. Our thoughts supposed to be sifted through the mind of the universe. If we could kind of understand what that is being said. But again, the confirmation, if I said to myself before these cards were even turned over or anything shuffled or anything, I said, if I see 2 of these blank cards, Father, that's confirmation that you're telling us, take no thought. The next animals on the board is the owl. The owl. Now, the owl is wise. So we would say the owl see things afar off. And I'm going to pause this because I hear that other video has, let me pause this, see if I can pause it. Oh, wow, how do I pause this? Okay, I don't know if this is going to continue where I left off at, or did it start a new one. But, again, the owl, I was on the owl. And the owl is all wise. It sees things afar off. And let's see what the owl says. And this is God's message to us. And that's number 21. Owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. Owl is called night eagle. Let me see. Let me see if I could zoom in. Okay. All right. Okay, owl is both black and white magic. Owl is called night eagle on several medicine wheels used as Amerindian teachers. Traditionally, owl sits in the east, the place of illumination. So this is God, as I was saying in the message before, God is really calling us to the no thought. And by us being in the no thought, we are able to go to higher realms of spirit. Astral travel, astral projection, clairvoyance. We're able to hear more, see more, more clarity. We'll know things before it's even explained or shown what it is. We'll see it before it even gets to us. The owl medicine. Since time immemorial, humanity has been afraid of the night, the dark and the unseen, waiting fearfully for the first crack of morning light. Conversely, night is owl's friend. Owl hunts its prey at night. Not only can owls see in the dark, it can also accurately pinpoint and identify any sound. This gives it a great advantage when seeking food. Owls are the night hunters. Some native people are fearful of owl and call its feathers deceiver feathers. An owl feather is silent. You cannot hear owl when it flies, but its prey definitely knows when it strikes, for its beak and talons are razor sharp. Owl is oftentimes the medicine of sorcerers and witches. If owl is your medicine, you will be drawn to magical practices and perhaps explore the dark arts. You should resist any temptation to practice black magic or any art that takes energy away from another person or being. If you have owl medicine, these night birds will have a tendency to collect around you, even in the daytime, because they recognize a kinship with you. Is it any wonder that in many cultures, owl is a symbol for wisdom? This is because owl can see that which others cannot, which is the essence of true wisdom. Where others are deceived, owl sees and knows what is there. If owl is your personal medicine, no one can deceive you about what they are doing, no matter how they try to disguise or hide it from you. You may be a little frightening to be around since so many people have ulterior motives, which you see right through. If you are unaware of your medicine power, you may take your keen insights and abilities for granted. Others never do. You may frighten them and reflect their blindness, for you cannot be fooled. Our medicine people know more about an individual's inner life than that person knows about herself or himself. If you have pulled the owl card, you are being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams and meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. So God is calling us to use our true wisdom from within, calling us to use the power of the owl. It's time for us to use our intuition to know situations, to know people, to have insight, enlightenment on what's going on in behind the scenes. Personal, afar off, we are able to know, see, and hear what others cannot, will not. We are able to do this. Reach into the power of the owl, staying in the power of the no thought, able to blend the two. Staying in no thought, the power of the owl shows up. The intuition, the wisdom. We're taking things to a higher level. Okay, the next card is the turtle. This morning when I was getting ready, doing my study, when God told me about seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and then all these things shall be added unto you. Oh, wow. This morning, it was like in my spirit. Get on your mark, get set, go. Get on your mark, get ready, get set, go. You know, like you're running a marathon, like you're running a race. And it came to me, okay, slow and steady wins the race. We know we're used to hearing slow and steady wins the race. But I said to myself, but you got cheetahs. Cheetah is like one of the fastest animals. So when does that, so all of this has its place, has a time and place. It's a time for us to be fast as a cheetah. And here it is, when it came to me, slow and steady wins the race. We know that parable of the turtle racing against the rabbit. The turtle won. But what about the cheetah? So here it is, the turtle is showing up. And that's the number 10. Let's see what this turtle number 10 means. It says, in Native American teachings, turtle is the oldest symbol for planet Earth. It is the personification of goddess energy and the eternal mother from which our lives evolve. We are born of the womb of Earth, and to her soil our bodies will return. In honoring the earth, we are asked by Turtle to be mindful of the cycle of give and take, to give back to the mother as she has given us. Turtle has a shell which is similar to the protection that earth has employed for centuries as her body has been defiled. Mother Earth's protection has come in the form of earth changes, new plant growth, the creation of new land masses by volcanoes, and climate alterations. Like Turtle, you also have shields that protect you from hurt, envy, jealousy, and unconsciousness of others. Turtle teaches you through its habit patterns how to use protection. If you are bothered by the actions or words of others, it is time to go inside yourself and honor your feelings. If you are attacked, it is time to give a warning snap. If you have chosen the turtle symbol, you are being asked to honor the creative source within you, to be grounded to the earth, and to observe your situation with motherly compassion. Use the water and earth energies, which represent Turtle's two homes, to flow harmoniously with your situation and to place your feet firmly on the ground in a power stance. Turtle is a fine teacher of the art of grounding. You may even be able to overcome some of your space cadet tendencies. If you align with Turtle medicine in learning to ground, you are placing focus on your thoughts and actions and slowing to a pace that assures completion. Turtle warns of dangers of pushing the river, as evidenced by the plodding pace it keeps. The corn that is harvested before its time is not yet full. However, if it is given the chance to develop at its own rate, in its own season, its sweetness will be shared by all. Turtle buries its thoughts like its eggs in the sand. Wow. And allows the sun to hatch the little ones. This teaches you to develop your ideas before bringing them out in the light. Look at the old fable of the tortoise and the hare, and decide for yourself whether or not you would like to align with the turtle. Bigger, stronger, and faster are not always the best ways to get to a goal. When you arrive, you may be asked where you've been, and you may not be able to remember. In that case, arriving prematurely can make you feel very immature. If you draw the turtle card, it augurs a time of connecting with the power of earth and the mother goddess within. This is a reminder of the ally you have in Mother Earth. It does not matter what situation you have created. Ask her for assistance and abundance will follow. So, we have assistance and power and provision, protection that is not seen and known by others if they're not connected or not in alignment. God is calling us to be in a supernatural provision, supernatural power, protection, by taking the lesson of the turtle, by receiving Mother Nature, being grounded. The lesson of being grounded and not moving ahead. I like when it said the thoughts are buried in the sand. To me, that's taking it to the no thought. Take our thoughts, our own personal thoughts, and bury them in the sand. And let God mature the thoughts. Let the Spirit, let Mother Earth, let the universe mature our thoughts. Wow. And then here we have, oh gosh, and we have the rabbit, the tortoise, and the hare. Okay, now we have the rabbit. This is, whew, okay, number 30. long time ago, no one really knows how long ago it was. Rabbit was a brave and fearless warrior. Rabbit was befriended by Eye Walker, a witch. Okay, I'm not going to read the story. Okay, I guess I could read it. One day, Eye Walker and Rabbit were walking along. They sat down on the trail to rest. Rabbit said, "I'm thirsty." Eye Walker picked up a leaf, blew on it, and then handed Rabbit a gourd of water. Rabbit drank the water, but didn't say anything. Then Rabbit said, "I'm hungry." Eye Walker picked up a stone and blew on it and changed it to a turnip. She gave the turnip to Rabbit to eat. Rabbit tasted it and then ate the turnip with relish. But still, Rabbit didn't say anything. The two continued along the trail which led into the mountains. Near the top, Rabbit tripped and fell and rolled almost to the bottom. Rabbit was in very sad condition when Eye Walker got to him. She used a magic salve on Rabbit to heal his great pain and mend his broken bones. Rabbit didn't say anything. Several days later, Eye Walker went searching for her friend. She searched high and low, but Rabbit was nowhere to be found. Finally, Eye Walker gave up. She met Rabbit quite by accident one day. "Rabbit, why are you hiding and avoiding me?" the witch asked. "Because I am afraid of you. I'm afraid of magic," answered Rabbit, cowering. "Leave me alone." "I see," said Eye Walker. "I have used my magical powers on your behalf, and now you turn on me and refuse my friendship." "I want nothing more to do with you or your powers," Rabbit countered. Rabbit did not even see the tears his words were bringing to Eye Walker's eyes. "I hope we never meet, that I never see you again," Rabbit continued. "Rabbit," Eye Walker said, "we once were great friends and companions, but no more. It is within my power to destroy you, but because of the past and the medicines we have shared together, I will not do this. But from this day forward, I lay a curse on you and your tribe. From now on, you will call your fears, and your fears will come to you. Be on your way, for the sweet medicines that bound us together as friends are broken." Now, Rabbit is the fear caller. Okay, here we go. Rabbit is the fear caller. He goes out and shouts, "Eagle, I am so afraid of you." If Eagle doesn't hear him, Rabbit calls louder, "Eagle, stay away from me." Eagle, now hearing Rabbit, comes and eats him. Rabbit calls bobcats, wolves, coyotes, illness, disaster, tragedy, and being taken, that they call those very fears to them to teach them lessons. The keynote here is, what you resist will persist. What you fear most is what you will become. Here is the lesson. If you pulled Rabbit, stop talking about horrible things happening and get rid of "what if" in your vocabulary. This card may signal a time of worry about the future, or of trying to exercise your control over that which is not yet informed the future. Stop now. Write your fears down and be willing to feel them. Breathe into them and feel them running through your body into Mother Earth as a giveaway. So the lesson of the rabbit is, Stop talking negative. Stop talking fear. That same very negative talking is magnifying it and manifesting in your world, in your body, in your situations. The very negative fear, worry, talking that is coming out of the mouth is being manifested in your body, in your surroundings, in your environment, in your situations. You're calling fear. You're calling that very fear. Bury those thoughts in Mother Earth. Bury those thoughts into the no thought. That God, the creator of the universe, can take those thoughts and mature them and do as he will. Cast all your cares, all your worries, even your plans of the future, even your plans of this, of that. Take those thoughts, bury them in the sand, put them in no thought, give them to the Most High to mature them, to manifest it in the right way it's supposed to be manifested. The universe do not bless us with gifts as burdens. Those gifts from the universe are not troublesome and burdensome. Take the thoughts, turn it into no thought, bury them into the sand. Bury those thoughts in the sand. Bury those fears in the sand as the turtle. That we could come out with wise wisdom, intuition, see things before it happens. We'll know answers before the question has even been asked. But that only starts when we have it in the no thought. And the last card is the turkey. Again, these are messages from the universe to help us get into that element of the higher walking as deities here on this earth. Okay, the turkey is number 31. Turkey is actually thought to be the giveaway eagle or south eagle of any native peoples. The philosophy of giveaway was practiced by many tribes. Simply stated, it is deep and abiding recognition of the sacrifices of both self and others. People in modern day society who have many times more than they need should study the noble turkey who sacrifices itself so that we may live. In turkey's death, we have our life, honor turkey. Have our life, honor turkey. Spectators unfamiliar with the cultural phenomenon of the potlatch or giveaway ceremony are often mystified by it. A tribal member may gladly give away all he or she owns and do without in order to help the people. In present-day urban life, we are taught to acquire and get ahead. The person with the most toys wins the game. In some cultures, no one can win the game unless the whole of the people's needs are met. A person who claims more than his or her share is looked upon as selfish or crazy or both. The poor, the aged, and the feeble have honor. The person who gives away the most and carries the burdens of the people is one of the most respected. Turkey was the medicine of many saints and mystics. Celebrate if you have turkey medicine. Your virtues are many. You have transcended self. You act and react on the behalf of others. You aspire to help those who need help. This is not out of some sense of self-righteous moralism or religious guilt. Help and sustenance are given by turkey out of the realization that all life is sacred. It is knowing that the Great Spirit resides within all people. It is an acknowledgement that what you do for others, you do for yourself. Turkey medicine rests in true ego, in enlightenment. Doing unto others and feeding the people is the message of all true spiritual systems. Depending on how Turkey is aspected in your cards, you are being given a gift. This gift could be spiritual, material, or even intellectual. The gift may be great or small, but it is never insignificant. Congratulations. You may have just won the lottery, or the gift may be a beautiful sunset, or the smell of a fragrant flower. Or, on the other hand, you may feel the spirit of giving growing within you and wanting you to share with others. So the gift of the turkey is asking us, I feel like, share whatever God has blessed you with. Whatever talent, whatever gifts. It's time to use the gift that was given to you towards mankind. It is our time to shine, to stand in our, to be in our lane. No matter whether we think it's insignificant or not. Are we using it for the enhancement of mankind? How are our talents, monies, gifts? Do we have anything to offer back to mankind? God is calling us to higher levels of our walk with Him, to be spiritually more in tune with His ways of doing things, and to allow the power to start showing up. First, we start with the no thought, and then bury our thoughts to take it from worry, fear, whatever we have, whatever we're involved in. The main thing is to have it in the no thought. Bury it in the sand. Take those fears and those worries and give it to the Creator, to the universe, to mature our future thoughts, our future plans. Take those thoughts and let them become the mind of the universe, the mind of God. And let God work with you on the thoughts that are in your spirit. Not only the thoughts that's just in your head. Start combining the thoughts within our spirits to be along, work along, co-laborer, future plans, worries, fears, everything needs to be planted. Our talents, our gifts, everything needs to be put into the form of the no thought. So that they can be matured and brought out and be used to bring out more of this power, the deity of our beings that we are, the deity that we are. So that is the message from our Creator, the universe, the Most High, to be able to release more of the deity within us, to be these beings that are representing power, wisdom, enlightenment, illumination, miracle working powers surrounding us as a lifestyle. Okay, I pray those those who have ears to hear, let them hear